welcome back to Villa Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. As always, y'all know I encourage you to do this. Go ahead and get somewhere cozy, comfortable, relax, kick off those shoes, and prepare to have a good time. Y'all know we're going to get into these characters' business, and you spending time with the Lord and beloved here. So yeah, get rid of, cast your cares away, concerns, anything that just been on your mind. Let that go for a minute or two, all right? Let's talk. But anyways, I am doing amazing, excited to be hanging out with you all. Feel a little bit late at the filming of this video, but still I'm hoping that you all get it in between the hours of 6 and 8. So far so good this week. But definitely keep me in your prayers, because I told y'all that I'm serious about it, being more diligent and being more intentional about doing the things that I really want to do. That means a lot to me, that is purpose filled. And y'all part of my world. You all are friends and family, and I want to show up every day if possible for you. So yes, definitely keep me in your prayers, because y'all know how that type of thing can go. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our special feature today, which is titled Meet Me in the Margins. You guys should find this film streaming right now on Great American Pureflix. But first, let me tell y'all what this film is about. A risk-averse acquisition editor secretly pens a romance novel and develops feelings for her anonymous manuscript editor, who's revealed to be her new no-nonsense VP, leaving her torn between playing it safe and pursuing true love. Now, friends, y'all know romance right up my alley here, but this was very creative. I have to say that right off the bat. I was totally surprised, caught off guard actually, at how creative, like it was so much thought that went into this film. From the title alone, I mean, of course, it's definitely gonna get my attention. Number one, you got some few things that just right up my alley. Romance, a given. Number two, you're talking about writing, all right? We're into the writing world, the publishing world. So that right there got me. But I just really didn't know like how creative this thing was going to be. Something that I probably never even thought about. Well, of course, I never really thought about. And I'm so thankful for this film, because this is something that I will say that I can see myself, almost like a comfort film. I can actually see myself watching this again and again. Something playing in the background. If I'm just wanting to put on something that's comforting, gives me hope and all of that, and it helps me feel good at the end of the day, this is that type of film for me. I just love the creativeness that went behind Meet Me in the Margins, right? So here we do have Savannah. At the very beginning of this film, she is like approached by a publishing company. Like they got her manuscript, and this is a big step for any author. One of the main things, as any author, you want to get your works out there, and there's different avenues you can take. But I remember back in the day, I'm not sure if it's as popular now. I know people will appreciate it now if it happens to happen to you, if a huge traditional publishing company actually, you caught their eye and they're willing to put your stuff out there. I'm assuming most authors would jump at the opportunity even now. I mean, the distribution alone and the marketing alone and all of that, it still carries a lot of weight. Even though most people now are doing things themselves, being more independent and all of that, but I still feel like authors would jump at the opportunity if given. So this seems to be the route that Savannah is at least trying to take here. And she does, get her manuscript in the hands of a publishing company who happens to be a woman who is getting ready to, I guess, retire, I think. And she is interested. It did catch her eye. But at the same time, what Savannah didn't expect is it came with a lot of critique here. Like the publishing company have a lot of like different notes for her. Like her story wasn't ready. She feels like it has potential, but it's not yet ready for publication. And here's the thing you can do. And she's given her 2 weeks to work on it, to get it up to par. And she's willing to give it a chance, to take another shot at it. And that is amazing news when you really think about it. But at the same time, like any author, when you feel like you don't gave your all, you gave your best to the manuscript, and you're feeling like it's ready for the world to see, it kind of hurts you a little bit when you're getting all of these critiques, almost like a teacher is like taking your homework and going through with that red pen and just marking it all up, and you're like, is it really this horrible? And that's what I get here with Savannah. Like she was at the very beginning excited about it, getting the attention here, but when she does get those critiques, those notes, it is questioning and making her forgive me, y'all, it is making her question, like, okay, is she can really do this? It's making her have some doubts here, and a number of things on top of who she, like her day job. Is she is working for a company. She is an editor and have authors underneath her, but this is seemed to be her passion, her dream, to put out her own story that she's kind of working on behind the scenes. Her company doesn't know about it. No one knows about it. I think she has a friend who she lives with who works for the company as well. She kind of knows, but for the most part, Savannah is like trying to keep it on the wraps. At the same time, I feel like she's going through a phase here where you're trying to balance the dream with the 9 to 5, and you're not willing to like take that step, that leap of faith to say, you know what, I'm gonna just go full all the way in and leave the 9 to 5 alone. And most people are not in a position to do that. Most people, we need the 9 to 5 to support the dream while it's still kind of in the works. That's most of us. So we're balancing that day job, and at the same time, when you go home at the end of the day, you're dealing with the dream, which takes up a lot of time. It takes up a lot of effort. You may be tired because you done did the 9 to 5, and you may not feel like even working on your things at the time because you don't put so much effort into someone else's dream throughout the day. But at the same time, we know no one is going to do it for us. No one is going to believe in us as much as we believe in ourselves. So if you really want this, you're gonna have to fight for the dream as hard as you can for you. And that is what Savannah is going through here. And so she happens to leave her manuscript in a place at work that a particular anonymous editor picks up. She has no idea who this person is. Only thing she does know, she gets her manuscript, remembers that she left it, and she sees some notes there, some very interesting notes here about where the direction of her story, the characters, the plot, and they seem to be very helpful. So she takes a little bit of, like, she doesn't just brushes it off. She's like, okay, this is something I never thought about. This is kind of weird that somebody picked up my manuscript, but at the same time, when I'm reading these notes, I wonder what it'd be like if I try them, if I implement them here. And so little by little, that's what she starts to do. And she's going, now there's a process here. Once it happened the first time, she starts to leave the manuscript in this particular room at work. Nice, cozy, comforting room with dim lighting, perfect setting to sit back and read or write. And so like she starts to leave it there purposely, and whoever is anonymously getting this, they are still feeding her feedback, feeding her notes, critiquing her manuscript. So much stuff. The process is from beginning to the end of her book. She is going through this, but at the same time, it's not only like affecting her story, the characters, and all that the effort that she's putting into this story, this romance novel, but it's also changing her as a writer, and even more so as a person. It is like whoever is reading this story is pulling it apart, like peeling back the layers, it's getting not only to the heart of her story, but to the heart of the author. It's like almost like holding that mirror up before a person, and they can actually see who you are. And this person who she has no idea is, who nobody knows her like that. We know there's only so much we show people of who we are. Only one knows us that intimately is God, right? Most people, there's not a person on this earth that truly really knows you, like know you, right? But with this particular editor who's picking up her manuscript, they're starting, like the notes are starting to turn in, not only like it's like transformative, right? It's starting out with the story, her characters, the plot, and different things that makes up a very good story, but it's going almost into the person of who she is. Like it's challenging her, it's challenging her thoughts, her opinions, it's challenging her to step out and be the person that she is, like truly is. You know, it's like two different people right here. Let me y'all see I'm leaning back because I'm getting into it now. I'm getting into it, okay? So it's like, okay, so you have that outer person that people see right off the bat, that you only show them so much, and then there's that other person, like another part of who we are that we see behind, like we don't necessarily see in the physical, but we see like in the spiritual. Like for me, for example, right, I can see myself, the person I see when I close my eyes, all right, and I'm relaxed and everything is turned off. I'm turned off from the world and what's going on around me. I see a person that is confident, that is bold, that is like a dreamer, that goes after what she desires, that truly like it's a warrior of God, right? I see this warrior, like she's not afraid of anything. She is totally fearless, okay? And the word of God is like rivers of living water that spews out of her mouth. That is the person that I see when I am confronted by fear, when I'm confronted by the enemy of my soul. I see this warrior, that this person that is so trust God, like she would like just totally jump off the highest building in the world and know that God will catch her, whether she is going to be flying whether she's going to be walking on thin air. This is the person that I see, the real me. I see that person, and I feel like the physical natural me that everybody else see is like catching up with the person that nobody else sees. Nobody else sees the visions or see the dreams that I have. I see that natural girl catching up. You're slowly but surely catching up, but it takes time, because this is not an overnight thing. This is something that it comes along with, like in the fear of the Lord there's great confidence. So the more that I am in the word of God, the more that I get to know God, truly know his character, which is love. The very essence of him is love. The more that I truly get to know him, the more confidence that I gain, and the more like I'm willing to step out and know that God is gonna have my back. It's not gonna go this way or that way. I'm not even gonna consider the possibilities of it going in a direction that I didn't see, but knowing that, oh, he's gonna exceed my expectations. I ain't even worried about that. What you say now? You know, this is like the person that I see, and this is what is happening with Savannah. Whatever this person that I'm talking about with me, okay, I know I put myself in here because I use myself as an example, so y'all get me, right? But with Savannah, this anonymous editor is seeing that person that she actually is, like she truly is, and he or her I'm trying not to get nothing away. It's challenging her to bring it to the forefront, to like take off the mask, take off the cape, or whatever it is that we use to cover up this part of us that we know. It's like this bright shining light that we know that just got it, that it just is, you know, and we hold that back, and to make other people feel a little bit more comfortable, especially if they're not on that wavelength. We hide behind these masks instead of ripping them off and walking in what we know is true and who we know is true. And that is what is going on with Savannah as her manuscript is slowly but surely getting pulled apart. ripped apart till we get down to what is it that you're trying to say. Why are you living through these characters? Why are you living through these characters with the you that is so afraid to live? But live through these characters with the you that you know is true, that you know that nobody else sees, the you that you're afraid to show the world because of rejection, because they may not get you. But don't be that way. Like, don't live like with that in mind, but take these characters as far as they can go and allow them to face the things that we're scared to face. Allow them to face the possibilities of rejection, of failure, of all of these things. And she was living through these characters so much, like everything that she was afraid of, like afraid of rejection, afraid of not being accepted, afraid of things not working out for you. She was allowing these characters to live through those same emotions, and it was making the story bland. It was making it like, it was just making it like nothing. Like, who wants to read a story like this? If I can live like this, it's easy to live like this. It's easy to live without taking sacrifices and leaps of faith. Most people live their life like that. They're playing it safe. But how many people say, you know what, I'm gonna walk that tightrope and know that Jesus is right there alongside of me. I'm gonna do this because this is what he died for me to have. He said he came that I may have life and have it more abundantly. Like, why are we holding back so much? And it's usually when you get to the root of it, forgive me, y'all, it's because of other people. It has nothing to do with it. Like, if you can live your life knowing that nobody else is watching, nobody else is looking, and for the most part nobody else really is. You're not that important. We're not that important to most people. Most people are selfish. They're thinking about them. They're really paying you any mind. But somehow when we walk out that door, we're thinking that all eyes are on us. When we're living our dream and we're trying to live our dream and putting certain things out there, even on the course of social media, YouTube, whatever you're on, we somehow think that the whole world is watching us. Like we're that important. Like they're waiting on the edge of their seats to see exactly what we're doing and what we have to say. No, they're busy living their lives as well. Everyone is living their lives. Everyone is on their own special journey, trying to get to wherever there is. So why not live like nobody else is watching? And only but God. Imagine he is the only one that is watching, that he is the only one that matters. And let me ask you, how far would you go? Like, literally, how far would you go? And so I was totally here for this story, y'all. It had me. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, okay, who is this person? But I'm loving this, how they're totally peeling back those layers and they're figuring you out. They actually see you. And a lot of us, we live like we put on all of this makeup in a sense, whether it's actual makeup or, whatever it is that, or like for me, for example, y'all, okay, I know I gotta put myself in there. I love wearing sunglasses. Like, you probably would never catch me without sunglasses. I'm talking about, and it could be night, pitch black out there, and I got sunglasses on, right? But I actually really like sunglasses. Those are one of my favorite accessories. So I really do like sunglasses. But at the same time, sunglasses make me feel like almost like I'm invisible. It makes me feel like I can live without feeling like I'm being watched or scrutinized. Is that even a word? Oh, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But it makes me feel like I'm invisible, like I'm living and no one else can see me and all of this stuff. It makes me feel that way. As much as I really do technically like sunglasses, but I have to be real. At the same time, it does makes me feel that way. And a lot of us, we live our lives like that, where something, like I say, whether it's actual makeup that you're piling on your face or something, or long lashes, long whatever, wigs, extensions, all kind of different things, you're putting on to hide something. A lot of times you may actually like the thing too, not to say, I'm sure you actually like it, but also it can be something that you're using to shield yourself, to protect yourself as well from the darts that we know are constantly being shot at us whether it's intentionally or unintentionally on a daily basis, especially when you are going before people and you're opening up yourselves and you're opening your world and you're making yourself vulnerable. And that's one of the things, well, that's what comes with that. That's one of the risks that comes with that, living a life like that. So, and I felt like that's what was going on with Savannah here, and her characters were like that for her. She was constantly playing it safe, not only in her real life, but she was also doing it through her characters. And this anonymous editor was challenging her, let them live, let them breathe, see how far they can go. And the only way you're the only reason you're gonna be able to do that and accept that is if a part of you, because it's always in our writings, is a part of us in there. We can't help that. It's some part of you, it's some part of that author that is in that story, that is in them characters. You can count on that. So the editor is like, I'm gonna give it away. So the editor is like, but the only way you're gonna be able to do that is if you start to live as well. Because that's going to come off, it's going to leak into that story too. So Savannah, you start to see, like, not only is her story changing, but her world starts to change as well. And she starts to live, take chances, stop playing it safe. So yeah, y'all, this is Meet Me in the Margins, streaming right now on Great American Pure Flix. You're going to love this. It's so much fun. It's going to challenge you. The same way that this character was challenged, you're going to be challenged as well. Like, and we need to do this. We need to do this. This is so good. I love this film. But let me go ahead and get into the scripture before I leave y'all for this evening. And we're coming out of Proverbs 15, verse 22, and it reads, without counsel plans go awry, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. So that's all I have for y'all for this video. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, your prayers, your take on this film in the comment section below, along with any recommendations you may have, or just simply if you wanted to say hello. Okay, this is what we're here for. This is family, this is friends, this is community, and you all, y'all my people. I love spending time with y'all. So until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.